So the intention for this class, we're going to kind of talk about what yoga is and what yoga isn't, and how we can use yoga in our day-to-day lives. It's just learning sort of how to just like sit and be and not judge yourself for the thoughts that come in your mind or how your body feels. Yoga is non-judgmental. And if you're judging, it's not for you to judge yourself on how well you can do anything, not how far you can touch your toes, not how long you can sit in silence. That is not yoga. So once you practice the yoga, it literally can go anywhere with you. When you're sitting at the DMV, just being able to kind of draw inward, but also outward at the same time, if that even makes sense, and not, and just be. And so that's, in a small sense, what yoga is. Yoga is not really the physical practice of yoga. That's what everybody thinks of when they think about yoga, but it's not. It's the end of the class when you're sitting quietly. It's more what yoga is. And people say that the practice of yoga is for several different reasons. One is that it's really hard to sit and be if your hamstrings are tight or your back hurts. So you're setting your body up with a physical practice so that it feels good to be able to sit down. And also your body is the vessel that carries you everywhere you go in this life, and that you really need to take care of it. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that we're all sitting together today, is that we know that we have to take care of our bodies, because this is what's going to last us for all the time we have. This is what's going to take us to wherever we're going, and that we need to sit and think about it and take care of it. And that's what kind of the physical practice is, just really keeping your body fit or healthy, and being able to settle so that you can settle your mind. And so one of the things that I've been sitting with while I practice yoga is this conception of the new normal. I hate that so much. And I never could figure out why, because it's just like 2 words, or 3 words. The new normal, right? We feel like we're all living that all the time, but what you do every day is just your normal. It's not your new normal. And I've been, before I had cancer, I was really into fitness. Like I ran marathons and was like a CrossFitter. And then I was diagnosed. And then for, like 3 years, I really took it down, like doing yoga and Pilates and being kind to myself. But now I'm kind of at a different place than I was then. And for a couple of years, I've been really wanting to get back into shape like I was before cancer. But I kept telling myself, I'm never going to be like I was before. This is my new normal. I have to get used to it. This is my new normal. It's an excuse I use as an excuse to not try something. And I've just come to, the realization that that's why I don't like the new normal. It's because it was giving me an excuse not to try something. So now I just hired a personal trainer. A couple of friends come over. She comes to my house since I'm not going to the gym, and we work out outside. And I'm going to try to get to where I was before cancer. Does it matter if I don't get there? No. Because what will I have gained from trying? I'll be stronger and have more endurance. I'll be, healthier. So the process of getting to where I was is also the process of getting to where I want to be. So it's the process that is the most important part. That's exercising. I want to be where I was before cancer is what I say. But that's really not the goal. The process is the goal. It's exercising and doing it. And that's just that kind of whatever you do with life. Like, ask yourself, will you regret not trying? And then, yes, I would regret if I didn't try. Am I going to regret if I don't get there? No. Am I going to Would I regret not trying? And yes, I use that a lot for a lot of things in my life. Am I going to regret not trying? Will I lose anything by trying? And the answer is a lot of times, you know, you're going to regret it, and the process is really what you're going to do, not the end result. It's the process of everything in between. And sometimes the answer is yes, I would regret. My personal trainer came yesterday. So when you're doing your 4 Chaturanga push-up sessions, I'm going to hold a plank because I'm super sore. My shoulders, you know, I have the inflammation and stuff from cancer treatment. So I'm not going to do it with you. And I asked myself, will I regret not doing it with you? And my answer today was, no, I'm not going to regret not doing it. I would regret if I hurt my shoulders. So, you know, just ask yourself sometimes when you're thinking about doing something or thinking about trying, will you regret it? And is it really the process that you want to try and not necessarily the end result? So that's kind of my intention that I've been working on, and I just thought I would share it with you. And like some things are for you, some things are not for you. You just have to listen and you know, take in the things that you think would work for you and let go of the things that I say that won't work for you. So now we're just going to sit quietly in our comfortable seat, close our eyes, and do yoga. We're just going to try to sit quietly. Let the thoughts, maybe think of them like a banner going across the top, and you just see them go by. You're not even really reading it. You're not judging it. Are these good thoughts or bad thoughts? They're neither. They're just thoughts. So we're going to sit quietly without judgment on ourselves. Inhale slowly, filling up the lungs and the belly. Pausing at the top, and then slowly exhaling, filling the belly, deflate, getting all of the air out of your lungs. Pausing at the bottom, and then inhaling through your nose slowly and completely. Pausing, and then exhaling. Do that for a couple more breaths. After your bottom pause, continue the breath, but you can gently open your eyes. And we're just going to start just a little back twist. So just a right hand on the left knee, just a little twist. Take one breath on each side and just kind of back and forth. And it's not going to be super fast because we're doing slow. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. One more time. And then inhale back to center. And we're just going to do that same breath using our arms up and down. So inhale, pause, exhale, down, pause, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. So now we're going to go over some basic yoga poses, and some of them will be standing, but we're not really going to flow, so you don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to show you, because I know when I'm back there, you can't always see what my arms are doing, but when you're in a standing pose, like a lunge or warrior one, when your arms are up like this, if you turn your hands in, you still can't see me, but sort of like, instead of having them like this, if you just slightly turn them in, it'll take some of the pressure off your shoulder. So you can either put them, you can also put them together. People like to do a one gun, because that can help, that'll help keep the shoulders in, or just kind of gently turning them back to the back of the room, just so that your shoulders are just rolled in a little bit. It'll protect your shoulders. So if you can't see me standing up, I will always be kind of inward or with my hands together. So we'll come to our mat. You're already on your mat. And hands and knees, we're going to just walk our way up to standing. And last week, the week before last, we worked on our mountain pose, which is a very important yoga pose. You can see my hands are kind of turned out, the palms facing out. We have our feet grounded. We're going to lift our toes up off the mat and then spread them apart and then put them back down. You want to be able to feel all the parts of your feet on the ground. You're a mountain. You're going to kind of roll the the thighs in a little bit to make them strong. You want them engaged. You're a mountain. The wind cannot blow you down. Shoulders up, gently back down your shoulders, your shoulder blades, slide down your back. You don't want your shoulders and your ears, because that is a lot of tension. Hands out, strong, your whole body's engaged. You're looking straight ahead. Mountain pose. This is a strong pose. Think about what a mountain is. Everything's engaged. You are grounded like a mountain. Nothing can blow you down. This is not a resting pose. I can feel my arms working and my legs working, really standing strong. So you'll always do this pose in yoga if there's any standing. And then we're going to work on forward folds. So from mountain, you're grounded into the earth with your feet. You're going to inhale up. Have those arms back, your palms to the back of the room just a little bit. You want to stretch them up, but you want your shoulder blades going down your back. Never want your shoulders in your ears. And then on the exhale, you just slowly bend over. If this is not something that you can do, you can inhale, exhale, bring your hands to your knees, and then walk yourself down. You can have your legs bent as much as you need them. You want to get your stomach to your thighs, is what they say, but you can do that with your legs, your knees bended, and then you can slowly try to straighten one leg at a time. If you have to pull up a hill to get one leg straight, that's fine. This is the first forward fold that we have done today, so it's going to be a little stiff, your hamstrings. And you can grab, when they'll say grab opposite elbows. So you can just cross your arms and then you'll just dangle. Knees bent or straight, and shake your head no or yes. Just let it loose. Then release your hands. And on an inhale, you'll lift halfway up. So that means you can put your hands on your shins. You're pushing to be straight. Your back and your head, I hope mine are, my head to my tailbone should be straight, or you can have your hands up here. Some people can just do their fingertips and get it straight. I need to put mine on my shins. And then exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, lift up. And that's a forward fold with the halfway lift. And the halfway lift will come when you're doing yoga a lot, because after you just do like a sun salutation or all these postures and your head has been below your heart, you don't want to just come straight up. So you do the halfway lift, let the blood kind of go back down so you don't fall over, and then lift up. Now we're going to do warrior one. So you're up at the front of your mat. You're going to take your whichever leg you want to do. I'm going to start with my left one. I would probably normally use my right one, but I'm facing this way. And I'm just going to step it back. And then I'm going to step it back just a little bit more. And my foot's going to want to come sideways, up this way. But in warrior one, you want your hips to be facing the same direction. So your feet should be at an angle towards the side of the room. And you want to try to get your hips facing the same direction. And some people have a really big bend, some people don't, that's fine. And then you'll lift your arms up, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, hands together, or the palms just facing the back of the room a little. Warrior one. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, we're going to go to warrior two. So you can heel toe your feet back just a little. This is a wider pose. And you do want your foot to be parallel to the front of the mat. Your back foot and your front foot still facing forward. You don't want your knee over your toes, so you are in a lunge. Your hips are facing more the same direction as your back foot. Arms out, straight. And then you're going to look over your front foot. Warrior two. This is definitely not a resting pose. Inhale, exhale, hands down, and then heel toe up until you can come to the front of your mat again. And then we're going to try that on the other side. So I'm taking my right foot now, so just the opposite of what you just did. I'm just going to step it back a little bit, and then step it back a little bit more. Your foot is going to be to the side of the room, pointing out to the side. Hips both facing your front, the same direction as your front foot. Warrior one. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. Now to get to warrior two, it's a longer pose because your hips are going to be turned this way. So heel toe is the safest way to get your foot back there. Your hips are going to be pretty much the same as your back foot, pointing out to the side of the room. Knee, your front knee bent, not going past your toes. Hips facing out, arms straight, and then look over your front arm. Warrior two. Remembering that long inhale and exhale, pausing in between. Shoulders down from your ears. Inhale and exhale. You can drop your hands down, heel toe yourself up just a little bit, and then step to the front of your mat. One of the progressive poses we're working on is the sitting forward fold. So the standing forward fold is help with that. So that should help when we go down to the ground that you already are a little stretched out. This is going to be a wide leg fold. So get your heels out, your legs into a V as wide as they feel comfortable. And this is a wide leg. So as wide as they feel comfortable, whatever it is to you, but you do want it to feel maybe a little wider than you would normally have your legs. And we're going to engage the core here. You want your toes to both be facing forward, the same as your nose, not turned out to the side. Everything is facing forward. Inhale, shoulders down the back. And then when you exhale, you can fold straight forward or bring your hands down to the side. And you can have a straight back here. I'm up on my fingertips, my straight back. And then exhale, I fold all the way. You can grab your ankles, if that works for you, and pull yourself down just a little bit. And then once you get to where you're going, try to release the tension, the muscles, and let the gravity pull you down just a little bit further. Don't force it. Just try to relax some of the muscles, especially in your hips and thighs. On an inhale, bring your hands under your shoulders. You're going to be in that flat back. We're going to let the blood run out of our head just a little bit before we try to come all the way back up. And if you can, I want you to take a deep breath in and try to stand up with a straight back. It's really hard. And if you can't, that is fine. This is all, yoga is just practice, right? And then you can heel toe yourself back up. And those are going to be your traditional, if you go to a yoga class, it's not a beginner's or not a yin class, you will do those poses and they'll call them fast, you know, down dog, Tadasana, which is the mountain pose, warrior one, warrior two. So you'll kind of be able to hear and know kind of what they're talking about. But now we're going to go back and come back to sitting. Put our legs in a butterfly. This is if you have a pillows or blocks or anything, if you need to put them under your legs, under your knees, you can do that. A blanket you can wrap around you right here. And you want to open your feet up like a book, if you can do that. Remembering your breath, inhale and exhale. You can bring your legs closer in. Bring your feet further out. But from here, we're going to take a deep inhale. And then we're going to try to fold over the legs, wherever that is for you. If you need your legs further out from your body, that's okay. Or closer in. Your legs may come up more. You may need your blocks like this. We're just going to try to fold over just a little bit. And then when you get comfortable there, relax. Let your head go. If you want to add a little bit of pressure to your knees because you feel like they might go down just a little bit further, you can use your elbows and just gently rest your elbows on your knees. remembering that inhale and exhale. And there's going to be poses, like when you're folded over this way, where you're not getting as deep on your breathing as you are standing up, and that's okay. I mean, you're compressing your diaphragm and everything here. And then inhale, exhale, walk yourself back up. And you can bring your knees together with your hands if you need to. Put them a little bit apart, and then if it feels good to you to kind of windshield wiper them back and forth. I'm really sore, so this is really good for me. You can also just stay on one side if you want to kind of come over just a little bit. You just kind of have to work around and see what are the things that feel really good to you. This should be what we like to call yummy yoga, where it just feels good. Oh, and my glutes are really sore, so there's that. Now we're going to come back to we're going to come to hands and knees. This is something you'll do in every yoga class, is be on your hands and knees, whether it's beginners or advanced. And we're going to do cat-cows. So the cat is inhale, drop your head, round your spine towards the ceiling, bring those glutes in, exhale like a cow, dropping your belly, bringing your head up, and then inhale, cat, exhale, cow. And if you want to move your hips, this is your cat and cow. In any yoga class, you'll be should be encouraged to do what this is one of those yummy yoga poses that should feel good. And if it feels like you want to go back with it, or stick your hip out to the right and look over your right shoulder to see if you can see your hip, and then on the left side, whatever feels really good to you. And then we're going to come back to neutral, which is you're not going to be tucked in or out. Hands spread wide under your shoulders. Tuck your toes in, under, I guess, and then push back to down dog. You want to push with your hands to get that those hips back. Your heels down. Mine don't go down. You can bend one leg and then the other one to kind of stretch out. It feels really good on your hamstrings. Down dog is a resting pose, but it's also a strength pose. But when you're doing a flow, this is where you'll stop to take a breath sometimes. The best thing about down dog for a relaxation pose is child poses right here. So those are going to be the two poses that you'll normally want to come to if you need a break. Down dog, which is really hard, but you'll find if you ever decide to get a little more advanced in yoga that it can be a resting pose. Or child's pose. This is always your pose that you can always come to if you feel a little lightheaded or you're tired or they're doing something that doesn't feel good to you. Come to child's pose. You're still stretching your hips and your glutes. So this is a great pose. It feels good. It can keep you safe. I know I come down to child's pose all the time when I used to go to classes. We're going to hold down dog for just a few more breaths. Remembering child's pose is always there for you if you need it. Inhale, then exhale, we'll all meet in child's pose. Just stay in child's pose for a few minutes. This is where we're going to do our progressive pose, the Chaturanga Push-Ups, and that's when you're going to have your hands under your shoulders, and you're going to do your push-ups with your elbows close to your body. I'm going to do the first set with you guys, but I'm not going to do the next 3 sets with you. You'll do them at your own pace, however many you think you can do, or however many you can do. You don't have to just pick a number and stop. And we'd like to see by the end of the month if maybe you're doing 1 more every time than you were, or your last set, you had 1 more than you had all night. So now from here, we're going to come up to hands and knees, push back to down dog, come forward into plank, and this is where you're going to do your first set of Chaturanga push-ups. So you can be on your knees or all the way back like this, and you're just going to do them keeping your elbows close to your body. As many as you can do. When you can't do any more, push back to child's pose. Take a breath, and then we're going to start that over. Push back to down dog. Come forward to plank, and then do as many as you can, then push yourself back. Good job. Everybody looks really good. I can see elbows at your side and not flared out. And then whenever you're finished with them, just go back to child's pose. And then when everybody's finished, we'll do the next set. Okay, inhale in your child's pose. Exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And then do your Chaturanga push-ups until you're back in child's pose. You look great. You can also, if this just feels like maybe you could bring your hands closer to your knees for a little bit less. I promise it will still be working those triceps. We have a few ladies that are going strong, and I think everybody's back. Last one, inhale, exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank, and then go for it. However many you can do. I'm impressed. You ladies are pushing pretty hard. And I think everybody's ready. So on an inhale, we're just going to come back to our hands and knees, work our way back to our comfortable seat. That's what they call this pose right here. You can always have, a pillow or blanket under your high knee if that's what feels good to you. Make sure your strap is close by, or you can use a hand towel, a t-shirt, probably even a pillow like this, just something that can reach around to the bottom of your feet and you can use to pull forward. And if you don't have one, it's fine too. You can just use your legs and your hands, but most people will find a strap works really well for this. We're going to get ourselves set up for this just a little bit first. We're going to bring our legs out in front. You want to pull the flesh out from underneath your bones so that your bones are sitting, your muscle out from underneath. And then from here, we're going to bend our right leg up to our chest and then drop it to the side. So your foot is like beside your knee. You want to be kind of squared off so that you're facing that stretched out foot. And then inhale. Exhale, we're just going to try to come over that one foot. If you need your strap here, just throw it onto the bottom of that foot. Give yourself a pull. Don't pull to hurt yourself. It should be a little uncomfortable, but if it hurts, you're going too far. This is one of those things where you say, well, I regret not pulling my nose all the way to my knee. The answer is probably no, you will not regret that. You might regret it if you do it. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can get just a little further down. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Stretch that right foot back out. Shake your knees if you need to. We're going to do the same thing on the other side before we go into our forward fold. So I'm bringing my left knee up, whichever was the opposite for you. Sitting up straight and then dropping it to the side. Kind of squaring myself back off over my straight foot. Inhaling. And then exhaling, fold over. This should be an uncomfortable stretch, not a painful stretch. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can get just a little further down. Inhale. And as you exhale, walk yourself back up. Bringing both legs back out straight. Taking your towel or your strap or your dog leash, whatever you have, a belt, you're just going to put it around the bottoms of your feet. So this is one of the poses that's going to be the one we're going to work on every Wednesday this month, and hopefully by the end of the month, you've noticed that you're a little further down or it's a little more comfortable. Not everybody's end goal has to be the same one. So inhale, we want to straighten that back, get those shoulders back. Exhale, bring ourselves forward with a straight back, and then release when you come to the edge. You can't go down any further with a straight back, and you can release. Inhaling and exhaling. I know it's hard to remember to breathe, especially when you're doing something that's uncomfortable. Inhale. See if you can pull just a little bit further down. If you can reach your toes, that's great. Inhale. Exhale a little bit further. If you can. Remember, it should be uncomfortable, not painful. We're going to sit in this pose a little bit longer than the other ones. This is our pose that we're working on. Seated forward fold. Remembering on your exhale to see if you can let go of some of the tension somewhere that might help you get just a little bit further. You might find that you don't need to necessarily pull yourself a little closer on your exhales if you're relaxing some of these muscles in here. That on your exhale, when you're releasing, the gravity might be pulling up. You might be actually stopping yourself with your muscles, which is protecting yourself, so that's great. But also, once you get there, knowing that you're not going to pull yourself down if you can release some of the tension in those muscles. Inhale, and then exhale, gently walk yourself back up. My hamstrings are so tight. But this is a good one to do all the time. That's one of the reasons I chose it, is because you can do it almost anywhere, anytime, and it will stretch you from the top of your spine all the way down the bottom of your feet on the back side. So it is also a back stretch and a hamstring stretch. And then kick your legs out however you need to. We're going to do our hip next. And you can do them sitting up or lying down. But we're going to take our right foot, put our ankle just above our knee, and you want the ankle. You don't want all the pressure on your foot, so go ahead and make sure that you're past your ankle. Sit up straight, and then bend your other leg. Pull it in. You want to try to stay tall here. If this is kind of too much, or just sitting, hurting your hips in any way, sitting like this, you can lie back and stick your arm through your leg and around your shins. You can also use your towel or your dog leash, your strap around here to pull you in just a little tighter. You can also put just a tiny bit of pressure on that bent knee. This too should be uncomfortable, but not painful. As you exhale, see if you can let go of the tension in your hip muscles a little bit. Maybe pull that leg in just a little bit closer. Your hips are an easy area to go from uncomfortable to painful really quickly. So be aware of that. We don't want this to be painful, just uncomfortable. Inhale. Exhale, release your leg. Windshield wiper them back and forth really quickly, or not really quickly. Ooh, and then we'll do the other side. So I had my right knee bent this time. This time I'm going to bend my left knee. I'm going to bring it up above the knee and just I want the ankle kind of off of the side of my leg. Sit up straight. Inhale, bringing that straightened leg in. See if you can sit up tall, bringing that leg in. I have a lot of tension when I'm doing this, so I'm gonna bring my leg out. I don't want to try to stretch this hip, but everything else in my body is tense. So this is my not as good side. So I'm gonna be careful with it. And then maybe walk my hands in a little bit instead of walking my foot in. And then feeling it be not quite as uncomfortable as it was just a minute ago. Just trying to keep those deep breaths and relaxing some on your exhale. I'm not feeling any really discomfort in this hip right now. So I'm going to try to bring my foot in just a little bit closer. Oop, and there it is. My discomfort level is decreasing right now, so I'm going to try to bring my foot in just a little bit closer. And that's going to be good for me right there. If you're feeling like you could do a little bit more here, you can always press gently, super gently press on that left leg just a little bit. Inhale and release. Whew. I'm going to windshield wiper my legs just a little bit. And those are our progressive poses. So we've done that. Now we're going to Sit with both legs bent just a little bit. Grab behind our thighs. Sit up straight. On an inhale and on an exhale, we're going to see if we can rock back just a little bit. This is a little bit of ab action. You can bring your feet up to tabletop or straight. Let go with your hands or stay like this. You can also lift one leg and then the other leg. We're just going to hold it for a few more breaths. Inhale, and then exhale. Lay all the way back. Oh, we're going to stretch, arms overhead, feet and hands in opposite direction. And then relax. We're going to do our final pose before Savasana. It's going to be a twist. So you can bring your legs up like this, your arms out into cactus arms, or straight out. And then we're going to let our legs drop to either side. So I'm going to let mine drop to the right. If you can't do both legs, you can just do one. Or if you want to do them straighter, you can. Once you get into the twist, I want you to inhale and exhale. Try to get that opposite shoulder closer to the ground and then look over that way. So right now I have my right hip and my left shoulder on the ground. And I'm gently looking over my right shoulder. This should be one of those kind of yummy poses that feel good and maybe feel a little uncomfortable because there's a stretch, or maybe it just feels real good. If it's beyond just slightly uncomfortable, bring it in just a little bit. Inhale, exhale, bring your body back to center, lifting up the shoulders and the head and the hips if you need to. We want to keep our body in a straight alignment. Doing our arms back out to the side, straight out for cactus arms. And then inhale, and as you exhale, fall over to the opposite direction. And then as you exhale, try to keep both your shoulders on the ground. It may happen, it may not happen. And then look over the opposite direction of your knees. Your breaths probably will not be as deep here, so just try to do them slow. Relaxing your muscles. Inhale, and then exhale. Back to center. Find your alignment. If it means you have to, pick up your hips or your shoulders. We're going to come into Savasana, which is legs out, letting your feet just go to the side. However gravity pulls them, your palms facing up. If for some reason something here is not comfortable for you, a really great thing is to have a pillow or a blanket under your knees. And a lot of people find this more comfortable. You can just let your knees go to the side, your feet. This is where you're going to try to let go of everything. Let We're not going to catch any thoughts that come in our head. We're just going to let them go. And we're going to do a loving kindness meditation together.
Welcome to this 10-minute meditation on loving kindness. The loving kindness practice is a method of developing feelings of warmth, compassion, and love towards the self and others. To start, find a comfortable position, upright yet relaxed. Allow your arms to rest gently and close your eyes. Bring full attention to this moment, allowing the mind to settle down, to relax into the present moment. Once you feel still, bring your awareness to the breath. As you breathe in, be aware of breathing in, and as you breathe out, be aware of breathing out. Just bring full awareness to the act of breathing. Allow the breath to be natural and easy. Breathing into this moment, breathing out, relaxing the body. Let's shift the attention now from the breath to ourselves. Breathe into the heart center and see if you can generate feelings of warmth and friendliness towards yourself. If it helps, you can place your hand on your heart to infuse your body with loving kindness. Allow warm feelings to flood through your body. Love and acceptance, kindness and compassion. Now we'll direct loving kindness towards ourselves by repeating the following phrases in your mind. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. You can use these phrases, or you can come up with any alternative phrases that hold meaning for you. Each time you recite the words, offer them all your attention. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Savor the meaning of each word. Now envision someone you have warm, affectionate feelings towards. Someone who makes you feel happy the moment you think of them. Picture that person and hold them in your awareness, allowing a natural heart opening to happen. Once you get a feeling for their loving presence, extend the 4 loving kindness phrases to them. If you'd like, you can include more than one person in your thoughts, extending loving kindness to anyone who warms your heart. Repeat each phrase softly and silently, noticing how you feel as you recite the phrases with those you care about in mind. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Now bring to mind an image of someone you regard as a difficult person. It could be someone who's hurt you in the past, someone who's causing you pain, or really anyone you have difficult feelings towards. As best as you can, open your heart if it's possible, and only to the degree that you feel able, extend loving kindness to them as well. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Last, we'll extend wishes of loving kindness outward to all beings. You can focus your attention on people in your community and people all over the world. Extend affection without boundaries or limits, spreading loving kindness in all directions. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. As you continue the practice of loving kindness, you may find that your capacity to extend friendliness and affection towards yourself and others strengthens. Notice how it feels to open the heart, how it feels to generate and share loving kindness with yourself and others. Then When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your attention back to the room and slowly open your eyes. We invite you to bring the state of loving kindness with you into the day.
Inhale. Stretch out your arms and your legs. And then roll over to your right side or your left side, whichever one is most accessible to you, making a little cushion pillow with your hands. Pausing here for one breath. And then gently making your way back to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. May we all be happy. May we all be safe. May we all be healthy. May we all be at peace. Namaste.